Indigenous background or heritage. So we don't need a dedicated, we don't need to, right now, create the spot of a dedicated Indigenous person. We have very ample Indigenous representation. The same proposed changes that we have here have been sent out to all the municipalities so that they are aware of the ward changes that we need to make and the different scenarios that we're thinking of making. We have been very little so far in talks with Toots and Awazabing. We're trying to get into more talks with them. We just haven't been able to meet with them as to their ideas on the wards and the boundaries. They have made it clear that they want to be in the same ward as Grandview because that is where most of their students get sent. And so in all the scenarios, we have placed Toots and Awazabing in the same ward as Grandview. That was one of their requests. We are supposed to meet with them, talk more, but that has not happened yet. It will be happening, again, because we have limited time on this. We only have till April 30th, and we need as much input as we can.
Yeah, I guess just going forward, there could be a completely new slate of candidates who perhaps are not Indigenous. So I guess that the point being that how do we ensure that representation is sustained at the board table?
Again, just by the public being aware and people such as Ms. Thompson, Mr. Linksley, who ran and got elected as trustees. It's always been open for everyone to run. It just was reserved members weren't able to vote or be a part of the elections, but there's tons of Indigenous people. And in fact, Mr. Mercier, our trustee, was strongly advocating in the last 2 elections, trying to get other Indigenous people to run. He wasn't having a whole lot of success. He's been very passionate about that. We have a great mix now. The only way that it can continue is if there is public involvement. Yes?
I have a question too, maybe a little bit more personal, but I'm wondering what is there in your budget to help parents, grandparents, whoever, to pay for extracurricular activities for children in the school? Like, I'll give you a little bit of background. I'm 72 years old. I'm a grandparent. I'm raising my grandson. He goes to middle school, loves sports, loves the band program. We are super impressed with the school. They're excellent. Don Bishop, I couldn't ask for a better principal. My concern is he wants to play basketball, it's $40. Wants to play volleyball, it's $40. Curling, $60. Ski trips, $73. He's going on 2 band trips because he's in jazz band and in regular concert band, $500. This is the cost to the parents. When you're a grandparent on senior or on pension, these are expensive costs. Like, does the school not provide for a kid, like, to play volleyball, to be on the volleyball team, he's got to pay $40. Like, why are the schools not covering some of these costs?
I guess I don't know that.
The budget for it?
I don't know that I can answer that directly. I know with our budget, we are trying to maintain as many programs as we can without making cuts anywhere. The big part of that is why we reach out to the public. If you can help show us somewhere to cut our spending that we can then relocate that spending for additional resources, we're open to suggestions. We have very limited funds to work with other than increasing your taxes.
I can see that from the budget, but it's frustrating because when you're a pensioner, the government doesn't care how many kids you raise. You don't get anything extra for them. So what limited pension we have to make sure that we can provide for them for all these different things.
Yes, I do understand that. I know some of the schools, like my kids when they were younger attended the Oka River School. That school was very fortunate, still is fortunate. They have a very active parent council who does they raise money and they help offset the costs for kids that can't go on trips. I believe some of the other parent councils do that as well. I can't speak for all of them just because I'm not involved in all the other parent
Well,
councils.
Mackenzie does offer like cleanup at Country Fest, and we get $10 an hour for that, and I did put in 16 hours last year to help offset it. But that's hard work, and for $10 an hour, you don't help try to offset costs for band. You know, so I'm wondering if there's different things that can be done.
I agree, and as a parent, I know I have to limit how much sports my own children can go in. I have 4 daughters, and they
But it's hard to say no.
It is hard to say no, but for our family, it's got to be a bottom line that you have to pick one. We can't afford to put you in everything. I wish I could have put my kids in everything. I wish I could just say, yeah, the school can cover everything for your kids. But I can't do that without increasing everybody's taxes, including my own, which taxes have become a struggle for everyone as well. So it's a tough balancing act.
It is.
And what we're looking for is suggestions on, like Jim's suggestion there, that maybe we look into what would the actual cost savings be of smaller buses. We'll look into that and see if we could save something in an area there, then we have more money to spend elsewhere.
No, and I can see.
Sorry.